Musicians often take inspiration from other artists. Two songs may sound similar, but when does that cross the line? When does homage become copyright infringement? Music plagiarism is as old as, well, music itself. In the 1980s and 90s, rap music brought music sampling into the mainstream. With it came new questions of copyright. Vanilla Ice's 1989 hit, Ice Ice Baby, borrowed from another hit that only came out a few years earlier, Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie.
That's the way theirs goes. Ours goes ding, 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 ding. That little bitty change. It's not the same.
It was. The case was settled out of court with Bowie and all the members of Queen receiving a songwriting credit, and Vanilla Ice getting a public shaming. Most music copyright infringement cases are settled out of court, resulting in shared credit and royalties. It's extremely rare for music copyright infringement cases to make it to a jury. The effect is that most artists are more cautious about their musical influences, and companies are more vigilant about clearing songs that their artists interpolate. That means when a song doesn't use an original sample, but reproduces it. As an example, according to Rolling Stone, in 2017, Taylor Swift's representatives reached out to Right Said Fred, singers of I'm Too Sexy, prior to releasing her single, Look What You Made Me Do, and gave them songwriting credit. That's the way these things usually work. But what happens when things don't go so smoothly? Blurred Lines, the biggest hit of 2013, already had some problems, but its legal ones were due to its similar groove with Marvin Gaye's Got to Give It Up. Marvin Gaye recorded Got to Give It Up in the studio in 1977, and a copyright was filed.
The written notation that people would file the Copyright Office was a sketch, was like what's called a lead sheet, and it was only done to actually get the registration on file. So there were many elements of what Marvin Gaye created in the studio that was not in this written notation.
Because Got to Give It Up was copyrighted a year before the Copyright Act of 1976 became effective, a judge ruled that the claim was limited to what was on file at the Copyright Office, the lead sheet.
So overnight, our claim in the case went from like 14 or 15 different elements of Got to Give It Up that we claimed were copied in Blurred Lines to like 4 or 5.
The judge wouldn't allow Bush to play the full recording of the song because that would have exposed the jury to elements outside the written notation on the lead sheet. Here's what the lead sheet sounds like.
In any given measure, there's often more than one element that's the same. Usually there was the bass line. At the same time that other similarities were coming in and out. And there were only 2 or 3 bars in the entirety of Blurred Lines that contained none of the similar features.
Those similar features made up what Judith referred to as a constellation of similarities that made the two songs too much alike. The jury agreed. The Gaye estate won the case and its appeals with a judgment of $5.3 million and a share of the royalties. The decision was controversial to some artists, including the co-producer of Blurred Lines, Pharrell, who said the ruling would stifle creativity if artists lose their, quote, freedom to be inspired. Which brings us to Ed Sheeran, who's in trouble for copyright infringement again. In 2017 alone, 2 of his songs fell under scrutiny. Shape of You.
Girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me.
I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me.
Photograph.
So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped jeans. How did you find me? You came out of nowhere like lightning.
And one he co-wrote with Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, The Rest of Our Life. And now, Thinking Out Loud has been accused by the heirs of Marvin Gaye's co-writer Ed Townsend of ripping off another Marvin Gaye song, Let's Get It On. It might not help Sheeran's case that he was recorded switching back and forth between the two songs in concert. So listen to the Ed Sheeran song.
'Cause honey, you're could never grow old.
and Marvin Gaye's.
Let's get it on.
What do you hear? Inspiration or infringement?
We're all sensitive people.